we're going to be talking about all of the concealed carry options you got for 380s, pretty much in a nutshell. I'm going to try to move relatively quick. In terms of all the guns that I've got here, I've got a pretty good sampling of about everything you can expect to find in the way of small 380 automatics that are in the pocket size type category, and I'm going to very quickly go over them a little bit for you here. The first little gun I'm going to talk about just so happens to be my favorite small 380 for concealed carry, and that's the Kel-Tec P228, small automatic 6-shot magazine, one in the chamber, unloaded of course. This is a real good little gun, good utilitarian 380, one that you don't have to worry about stuffing it in the glove box of your car or down in your sock or wherever the heck you're going to carry it. It's just one of those good little utilitarian guns that will just work no matter what. They're real functional. They don't really score a lot of points for pleasing looks overall. They're very utilitarian, very ugly in the big scheme of things. But this particular one, I do have the Lady 380. I don't know how well you can see that there. It's got the gold inlay on top. Real nice little gun from Kel-Tec. So for the ladies, definitely a good option. Semi-automatic, double action only trigger. Very good little gun. On this particular model, you can also get the belt clip that goes on the side, which is a very handy feature, and in many states counts as your holster. Okay. Also from Kel-Tec, we've got a version that has the Crimson Trace brand laser grip on the front. Again, make sure it's unloaded. It is. It's got the small button on the bottom that you squeeze, and you got your laser. All right. Very cool little setup. Still definitely light enough to be in the pocket gun category, and they're just great little guns. They run good, they're very utilitarian, they get the job done, and for me, in a small carry gun, that's the main thing that I look for, is just good solid utilitarian type use from it. Now Ruger makes basically what is a copy of the P3AT, which is the Ruger LCP. This is another great gun. They're a little more expensive than the Kel-Tecs, but there are a few basic enhancements on this gun that make it just a step up from the Kel-Tec. Fit and finish is a little bit nicer. The overall quality of the weapon is a little bit nicer overall. It does have a slide stop, which is a very nice feature to be able to lock the slide to the rear, which the Kel-Tec does not. Again, you have 6-shot magazine, pretty standard for all of your guns. Tilt barrels, double action trigger, pretty much the same overall lock breech design that you're going to find there. Still running, looking all right.
Oh yeah.
Here's another gun from Ruger, it's the LCP. You see that this particular gun is the NRA model that has the camouflage pattern on it. 6-shot magazine, and you can see also that they ship with an extra grip extension that goes on the bottom of the magazine for a little bit larger grip profile on the gun. This is the NRA commemorative LCP from Davidson's. So Davidson's exclusive, camo finish, very cool little gun. Again, a few of the nicer appointments you come to expect from Ruger, with the, of course, great design that you expect in the Kel-Tec 380. Here's another Davidson's exclusive. This is a limited edition engraved LCP from Ruger. Very nice rig. Has the LCP logo engraved on the top of the gun. That's all laser engraving. Very nice looking setup. You see you have the Ruger logo embossed in gold on the side. Very nice rig. So there's a few guns from Ruger and Kel-Tec. Very good setup. Another relatively poor, I would say, copy of the Kel-Tec would be the Taurus Tcp, which in its own right is not that bad of a gun. The triggers on them are decent, the sights are usable. Again, 6-shot magazine, one in the spout, which is standard for this size of gun. Semi-automatic, double action only trigger mechanism. Pretty good trigger on this gun, which is really my favorite thing about it, is the nice trigger on it. The shape of the actual trigger guard to me is a little odd, makes it, the overall profile of it, a little odd to wear in the pocket. I have heard of some inherent reliability issues with the Tauruses in general. This is one gun I haven't shot personally, but overall I like the size of it, the trigger's good, and for the money it's definitely something to look at. Another great option is the Diamondback Db 380, which essentially at its core is a Glock copy, although technically they can't call it that, but it is, for all intents and purposes, a copy of a Glock, a little baby Glock. It breaks down the same way and everything. Double action only trigger, striker fired mechanism similar to a Glock, of course. 3-dot sights, just your standard combat style sights. 6-shot magazine, one in the spout. Very nice little gun. Good trigger, good sights, and overall just a really good little gun. They also make this in a 9mm, by the way, and it's not much bigger. We'll talk about single stack 9mm in another video. This gun is the North American Arms Guardian 380, all stainless, very nice gun. 6-shot magazine, one in the spout, of course, as the standard. Semi-automatic double action trigger mechanism with an exposed hammer, similar to the way a double action revolver mechanism would work. There is no provision for single action, it's all double action. Very nice gun. On the weight end of things, a little bit heavier than some of the ones that we've looked at, but it is an all, I believe it's aluminum frame and steel slide, but very nice little gun overall. In terms of the cost spectrum, this starts to kind of bump things up to some of the ones we're about to look at. Not the cheapest one of them all, but very good gun. This is the Magnum Research Microbe Desert Eagle. Again, 6-shot magazine, one in the chamber. Semi-automatic, double action, of course, like all the ones we've looked at. Very nice gun. My only qualms with this gun overall, for one, the price. They're very expensive, and I think that a gun in this category that's intended for everyday carry, it should be priced reasonable, because you're going to be scratching it up, it's going to be right around your pocket, your keys getting all over it. For me, this is really just too nice of a gun to ride around in your truck or in your pocket or whatever. So personally, for me, it gets low marks just from that standpoint that it's really just too nice to carry, you know. The only way I would see getting one of these is if you were just a Magnum Research collector and you just had to have it, then I could understand it. But from a practical standpoint, it doesn't really score high marks in my book. This is an excellent gun. This is a Sig Sauer P228. Great gun, patterned on the ever popular 1911, similar to the 1911. If you're familiar with the controls of the 1911, you'll instantly be familiar with this. Has the same type of single action only trigger arrangement, same style of safety, the same style of slide stop. Again, 6-shot magazine, one in the spout. These guns, most all of them, come equipped with 3-dot night sights, which is a very nice option. All right, there is no grip safety like you find on standard 1911. Very nice gun. And the cost of the gun overall, I really wouldn't say that for the cost it's one that you couldn't carry. You can definitely carry this gun around and use it, and it's a great little pocket gun. Okay. Here's the same gun, but that has just been dressed up a little bit different. Nice grips, two-tone finish. Some people prefer something a little bit nicer, and that kind of achieves that. Here's another two-tone gun with crimson trace. Actually, it's a Sig Sauer brand laser grip. Okay, there it is. You have to manually turn it on and off. This button here on the side, but that is a Sig Sauer product that they ship with the gun. That bumps the price up about another $150 to $175, somewhere in that ballpark, off what you would spend on the standard gun. Here's one of my favorite little 380s, and that's the Corapi 380. I can't say enough good things about this gun. It's got an excellent trigger, excellent sights, very slim profile, very easy to carry and conceal. It's got a loaded chamber indicator, striker fired double action type arrangement. It does have a magazine drop safety, 6 shots and one in the spout, two-tone, polymer frame, very nice setup. Got a very good trigger on it. overall, for the money, it's one of my favorite concealed carry 380s. They're a little pricey, but very good quality gun. They run well and they're very accurate. Here's a couple that are going to get an honorable mention. This one is the Bertha Tomcat 32 ACP. It didn't make it into this category because it is a 32. Bertha did experiment with 380s in this gun design, but they found that they were cracking frames and cracking slides and busting up all kinds of stuff with them. So the largest cartridge you can get this gun in is a 32. So for that, it scores lower marks in my book. It does hold more shots. I think it's a 7-shot in one of the spouts, so you get one extra round. The nice thing about this gun, being a tilt barrel, is that if you have a lady or whoever doesn't have real strong upper body strength, they can load the magazine into the pistol, and then they can put a loose cartridge directly into the barrel and then close it, and it's ready to go. Double action, and also you'll have single action after that first double action trigger squeeze. So it's double and single, which is a nice thing. Very easy to train a lady on to shoot. Very easy to shoot, and very, very accurate guns. I've got one of these in 22 short. It's a wonderful little gun. Last but not least is the Bertha Thunder Concealed Carry 380. The reason this one didn't make it into the main queue that we talked about earlier is because the size of it is a little bit larger, but it has the low profile carry sights, which are designed not to snag on your clothing, the low profile hammer, which doesn't snag on your clothing, and it's just got a really good profile to it. It's a great little gun. Again, from the Gun Gripes episode, we talked about sensible safeties and things like that. It has very sensible safeties, like a magazine drop safety. If I take the magazine out, the gun will not fire. It does have a hammer drop safety, which low profile sights. This particular gun holds 9 shots total. Very good little gun. Nice low profile. You do lose a little bit of concealability because of the larger frame size, but it's definitely at the upper tier of this overall bracket of concealed carry 380s. Really good little gun. Now hopefully that broke things down for you guys. If you're looking for a good concealed carry 380, that'll get you, right in the ballpark there. I would say for me it'd be a wash between the Corapi 380 or the Kel-Tec. Both excellent little guns, very easy to carry, accurate, reliable. You can't go wrong.